Hey guys, coldbrew here. Welcome back to another video. Right, we've got the background multi-bottles officially open to all players. I wanted to test this feature with you. I've already tested it on the test server, but I want to say there is some things that you have to take into account before using this feature. This is the biggest thing for, I would say, the mobile players out there. No, you won't be able to close the game after you put the multi-bottles going, but it's still gonna save you lots of battery life on your phone, and it's gonna take way less resources, I am imagining, if you're playing the game on your phone. I don't. Many players out there also don't, but it's still a thing though that Plarium has added, and they plan in the future to add the ability to do other things such as arena battles while having background multi-battles going, which is going to be huge. But hopefully this comes sooner rather than later. And when I say later, they mentioned something about the end of 2025 for this feature to be out, which I think is very late. Very late. They should have had this in mind while developing this feature. I don't understand why this is such a big deal when they already have other features in the game such as auto battles. Then this shouldn't have been such a huge thing, honestly, in the sense of creating it for all the players. It needs to be done for Raid in 2025 to be actually something like worth trying out as a new game, because right now it's very grindy, very grindy, and we know it because we're seasoned players, but new players are gonna realize it later and then just quit. All right, so do they want some players to quit within months of playing, or do they want players to stick around? All right, the problem with this one, and I will say, is that the multi-battles don't show you the true time needed to do the battle. And also there's a huge problem because the multi-battles, because you use the multi-battle here, these are limited. So the background multi-battles are also going to be limited. I think this should just be eliminated, although we do get lots of multi-battles per day now with the live arena. You can do one and you get like 50, right? You can do one live arena fight and you get, no, it's 20, right? Yeah, it's way less than I thought, but still you can get 20 multi-battles, which is something per day, plus whatever else multi-battles that you can actually pick up. So the problem here is, this is my 12-3 brutal run, right? You see this running, it does take a little bit of time to load up. The time is shown there in the top right. The time indicated is not really the true time, so it's not 6 seconds per run, so it's the loading time plus 6 seconds, and I will say plus 1 or 2 seconds maybe. So in total, maybe it's 9 seconds. I can do this in 5 seconds sometimes, but it depends on the champions that I'm running Fellhound with. If you guys didn't know, if they're faster running champions, it's gonna be 5 seconds. If they're slower running champions, it's 6 seconds, and that's actually because of the design of these sort of games. So they design a huge corridor, which is all the waves stacked up. So round 1, round 2, round 3. And the champions are just running through, beating each round, okay? So if they got, if they're dwarves, they got small feet, they're running, it's gonna take longer to get to the next part. So that's actually one part of the game. I don't know if you guys realized it by now, but that's how it works. And yeah, so you see this, it's like 6 seconds plus, let's say 2-3 seconds, so 9 seconds maybe to do this run. And you'll see on how long this is going to take now for 2 background multi-battles. I'm gonna use my phone here. Oh, can we actually show my phone? Yeah, I can use my phone here. Yeah, I can use my phone here to test this out. So this is going to take quite a long time. So if I start it at the same time, I needed to do this on my phone because it's way easier. You're going to see here on the screen on when this is over, when this is done, basically. So the background multi-battles should now finish normally. I don't know when, but I think it's going to be around the 22 seconds mark. Yeah, there it is. All right, yeah, almost there. 22 seconds, guys. 22 seconds to do 2 runs. So it's like 6 seconds plus 6 seconds, that's 12. And then maybe like 2, 3, 4 seconds, that should have been 14. But the problem here is that between each battle, it's also running the 5-second time where normal multi-battles would have done. So in between battles, there's like 5-second wait time, plus the loading. It just makes this go longer. And this is for the shortest runs you can possibly do, which is here, okay? By the way, also you cannot sell items from here. So your inventory is gonna get stacked if you get some items here that don't go through the filtering system. Okay, so you can't sell them before you go, so you'll have to go visit your normal inventory after this screen if you're doing normal battles like you would have done. So it doesn't work the same way as multi-battles in terms of inventory clearance. So that was the fastest battle. Look at this. Look at this for Spider, okay? So for Spider, my quickest run is like 9, 10, 11 seconds. And it's no way it's gonna finish. So I'm gonna do one battle here. I'm gonna show you what I mean, guys, before I actually tell you what I mean, because this is gonna be crucial when tournaments come, and it's information you need to know. So let's start this again. This should be 15 seconds maximum with all the loading time plus the small delay. So let's go start the background multi-battle. You'll see it finish on the screen here when it's done. So it's already at what, 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 7 seconds. It's going. So 11 seconds is my normal time. Let's see. Oh, so look at this. 19 seconds 30. Maybe I was too late on clicking it, you know. So maybe 18:30. Let's say 18 seconds, comparing it to the 11 seconds, maybe 10 seconds that my run usually does. So you see there's a delay in terms of how your champions are doing the run when using multi-battles. So you're going to say, okay, coldbrew, I don't care. I'm just going to do like 50 runs. I don't really care. But all that time adds up, okay? All the time adds up. And if you're somebody who is trying to finish, let's say, a tournament on time, because you might have delayed, you see, oh, I only have like 30 minutes left. I should have enough time to do all my runs. You got to take this into account at this point when this feature is launched. So you might actually not do the multi-battles. You should just do them normally and just click replay to save your time, because the background multi-battles are going to take longer. And that also is the case for the campaign. When you're doing tournaments and when you're competing with someone and you say, I'm just going to run multi-battles on the background, you gotta have this into account. You gotta say, okay, the multi-battles are going to have the 5-second delay in between. We're going to have also the fact that the runs go for a little bit longer than they usually do. If you're somebody who is trying to push and trying to get first, let's say in a champion training tournament, this is going to screw you over. So I'm just giving it as a warning to new players out there who might not realize this as soon as they start up. And I've seen reports from players out there over on Reddit, and they did mention that some of the runs, if they have like longer runs on Spider for 1 minute, because some players have those teams, they're still working on their accounts, right? Those 1 minute runs take 2 minutes now with background multi-battles for some reason, for some sort of optimization of resources. I'm not sure how the back end of things goes with playing, with developing these games, but you have to take that into account, guys. And I'm just giving it as a warning because the background multi-battles are not what it's said to be. It is a cool feature that has been added. Not saying anything, but please play them, improve it so it actually is worthwhile. A huge improvement that I would say that I actually would have saved a ton of resources for them is actually not running the battle. I don't understand why they need to actually have the battle run in the background and use resources when they could have added this, guys, as a feature where your last 10 runs give an averaged clear time. So your last 10 runs give an average clear time of, let's say, 10 seconds, if that's even something that is possible. Imagine that, right? 10 seconds average time on your last 10 battles. That is how your background multi-battles are going to work. So instead of actually running the battles and using up resources, it's just a timer that goes in the background. A timer plus the loot plus reducing your energy. That is my idea. I don't understand why they don't implement this. Why it actually needs to have your champions do the actual runs every single time. You're going to say, okay, what about the 3%? If you have the 3% resisting, you can do 10 battles where that 3% didn't happen and you can have like the best battles possible. Well, yeah, because the 3% thing with the resisting should just disappear from the game. It's just a stupid thing that they've added since 2019 that the game is out, and I don't believe it should be in the game at this stage. It's just so much RNG. That is the last thing we need, right? That is the video, guys, for you. Just giving you some insight on how the multi-battles work. We're still going to see some crazy reports by players out there where their times are double. I guarantee it, especially for Fire Night, where it feels like it's a longer battle for most. I will say that instead of a minute, it's going to be 2 minutes. Instead of a minute and 30, it's going to be 2 minutes 30 or something per background multi-battle. So imagine that when you're stressed in finishing a fusion. Big warning, guys. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe, leave your thoughts on the background multi-battles down below. My God. And hopefully Plarium fixes it and improves it in the future. Thank you all. See you in the next one. See ya.